Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. 32 teams, 32 days in 2 days. We're talking about the Arizona Cardinals, a team that struggled during the 2017 season, but despite all the struggles and the injuries, still managed to wait to go 8-8. But Bruce Arians has left the building. Steve Wilks is now in the building, as is Sam Bradford, as is Josh Rosen. This is a very different team than we're accustomed to seeing offensively. How that translates to the win column, we're going to discuss that today, discuss this team's strengths, discuss this team's weaknesses, give you my statistical projections for some offensive players, give you some bold predictions for this football team, and then end this with my official win-loss prediction for the Arizona Cardinals. So let's start by talking about their strengths, and this is interesting. This is the first time I've done this in the entire series. We're going to start by talking about the safeties. I love the safeties for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's start with Budda Baker, who made the Pro Bowl last season in his rookie season. He absolutely burst onto the scene. The former safety out of the Washington Huskies. He had a great year last year, and he made the All-Pro team, first team All-Pro as well. I'm expecting continued growth from Budda Baker. We also have Antoine Bethea, the veteran at this point. Yeah, he's kind of old news, but he's also good news. We also have Trey Boston, formerly of the Carolina Panthers. This is a nice trio of safety. They're really the strongest unit on this entire Arizona Cardinals team. To me, the most consistent and the most reliable unit. The next strength to me, and we're going to do a little conjecture here, but it's going to be running back, because I'm going to believe that David Johnson will come back healthy. I've already seen that in the preseason. He had the impressive touchdown in which he carried everybody past the goal line, right? He still looks strong. He looks back, and we already know what kind of versatile weapon he is. He is a guy that can run it out of the backfield, catch it out of the backfield, a guy that NFL defenses have to prepare for, they have to get ready for, they have to plan for. So we have to love David Johnson. To me, as long as he can be the David Johnson of old, which I'm expecting he will be, this is definitely a strength right here for the Arizona Cardinals, the running back position. From there, we have weaknesses for the football team, and I say this every damn year. We have to start a tight end. I don't know why the Cardinals cannot move on from Jermaine Gresham. This guy is old freaking news, dog, and right now he's on the PUP list. His body's breaking down, and they refuse to move on from this guy. Now, I think we finally have our alternative. We're going to discuss that a little more later. Behind him, I have Ricky Seals-Jones, who I'm impressed by. We're going to discuss him a little more later, but still, even with Ricky Seals-Jones, who I like, this tight end position is not very good. It's unproven, and what is proven is Jermaine Gresham, and I'm over Jermaine Gresham. The tight ends are a weakness for the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, outside of the tight ends, I'm sorry, we got to go wide receivers. And yes, they have Larry Fitzgerald, but this is a guy that was on the brink of retiring last season. Now, yes, he started a prolific season, a good year, over 100 catches. But then behind him, okay, behind a guy that's teetering on retirement, we have Chad Williams, who did nothing last season. Christian Kirk out of Texas A&M, who I like, but he's a rookie that's going to come in. He's not going to be able to do too much as a rookie, people. And then Bryce Butler, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are desperate for wide receivers. If this guy was really good, they would have kept him. Okay, so the wide receiver is still a weakness to me for the Arizona Cardinals, despite, yes, having Larry Fitzgerald, who is in the thumbnail of this video, who is the forefront of this video, and still to me the face of the Arizona Cardinals. Wide receiver is still a strength, because you have to go beyond just one wide receiver, and the Cardinals are not doing that up to this point. I think Christian Kirk will have a decent year, but for right now, rookie Christian Kirk, and then Chad Williams, who did nothing last year, and Bryce Butler, you lost me. Okay, you lost me when it comes to the wide receivers for the Arizona Cardinals. From that, we have a lot of positions in the middle. Let's move on to the offensive line, which has now moved from a weakness in recent years to now being potentially a strength. DJ Humphries has found his spot at left tackle. He's improved tremendously. I've loved his progression last year. I'm expecting more of the same from him. That's good there. Mike Upati at left guard, we know what we get from him. Now Mason Cole, he's the third-round rookie out of Michigan. He's going to be starting at that center position after A.Q. Shipley. I think he tore his ACL, but whatever he tore, he's out for the season. So now we have Mason Cole, the rookie, coming in there. So that's a question mark. We have to worry about that a little bit. But Justin Pugh, formerly of the Giants, not great, okay, but he's had some good seasons. He's coming in at right guard, and then right tackle Andre Smith, who's a journeyman at this point. So it's kind of up and down, but it's better than it was last season coming in, and I'm encouraged by this unit. I just want to see what Mason Cole can do, the rookie, and if Justin Pugh can return to his old form. I'm intrigued. Quarterback position. Now, I talk a lot about Sam Bradford, and Viking fans, hopefully now you understand when I yelled and proclaimed, why the hell did you trade the first-round pick for Sam Bradford? You never needed Sam Bradford. Ultimately, you're able to pick up Case Keenum, and they gave you more than Sam Bradford ever could. Okay, I mean, come on, people. I don't know why they ever traded for Sam Bradford. But regardless, look, he can win. Okay, you're probably not going to go 3-13 with Sam Bradford, but you're not going to go 10-6 either. And when people talk about the Cardinals being a potential playoff team, that's where I start to draw back a little bit, because they have Sam Bradford, who, number one, can't stay healthy. And even when he is healthy, he doesn't consistently win enough games. He can win games, but not enough games. And then behind him, Rosen, who I'm encouraged by. I haven't heard too much prima donna stuff from him after he's entered his NFL career at this point. And he looked decent in the second preseason game, not so good in the first one. We'll see. I think he's going to start this season, and we're going to talk about moving forward in this video, but I'm going to see with this position. It's in the middle right now for me. Defensively, defensive line, I like. I want to see more from the interior. Robert Nkemdiche, let's give a round of applause for him as he moved from 1 tackle in 2016 to 11 in 2017. So Robert Clowndiche, as I call him, is now taking his production and times it by 10. Okay, so we can finally expect something from him. No, we can't. I don't know why people were ever on Robert Nkemdiche. He just doesn't. His head is not on straight. He keeps talking in the press conferences saying, I know I can dominate. Then go dominate. I'm tired of him saying, I know I can do this. Then go do it or shut up. But Chandler Jones and Marcus Golden, they're the edge rushers. And it's a hell of a duo. Marcus Golden had to miss the last 12 weeks of last season. Come back now. We team with Chandler Jones, who led the NFL in sacks last year. Or I think maybe came second to Calais Campbell. But regardless, had a very prolific year in sacks. Okay, you love that duo right there. And they also have some decent edge rushers behind them. So the defensive line I like, but what are we getting from the interior? Next to Corey Peters, we have Robert Nkemdiche. I don't care about Robert Nkemdiche. Cornerbacks, Patrick Peterson had a down year last year. Now they're pairing with Jamar Taylor, and I think it's going to be a good duo. I think Patrick Peterson should return to being Pro Bowl level. Hopefully, we'll see about that. And then linebackers, Hassan Reddick started his rookie season well, ended poorly, started playing less and less as the rookie year went on. Can he bounce back? We're going to see as he plays a bit of a new role in this defense. So with that, we move on to my statistical projections for the Arizona Cardinals, and we're going to start with quarterback Sam Bradford. Only 2,900 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and a 92.0 passer rating. Yeah, this is not a complete stat line because I don't think it's going to be a 16-game plate or a slate for Sam Bradford. We're going to discuss that in my bold predictions. Running back David Johnson, 275 carries, 1,300 rushing yards, and 8 rushing touchdowns for David Johnson. And the thing is, with David Johnson, you know these stats will be coupled with receiving production as well, and that is where his value really is to me, and that's where he really solidifies himself as a top 3 running back when healthy in the NFL. And then wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald, only 95 catches, 1,000 receiving yards, and 7 touchdowns. So after 3 straight years of having over 100 receptions, over 100 catches, I think he dials back to 95 this year. I think they will give the ball to Christian Kirk a bit, give the ball to Chad Williams and Ricky Seals-Jones. And with that, so we move on to my bold predictions for the Arizona Cardinals. And let's start with this. The Arizona Cardinals start 3-1. I think it's going to be a good start for the Arizona Cardinals. And Sam Bradford has been doing this as of late. He's been starting seasons very well. Look at the first 4 games for the Arizona Cardinals. They host the Redskins week 1. I think that's a win. They go to LA, face the LA Rams in week 2. I think that's a loss, but they could compete. It as a divisional game. Week 3, they host the Chicago Bears, a team I do believe is better than the Cardinals, but it's in Arizona, where Arizona tends to win games. And then they host the Seahawks, who are also on the downward spiral. I think that's a 3-1 start for the Arizona Cardinals. Bold prediction number 2, I think Ricky Seals-Jones impresses at tight end. In Jermaine Gresham's absence, we don't know if he's going to start week 1. Right now, my bet is he will not. I think Ricky Seals-Jones, the athletic tight end, formerly of Texas A&M, he's going to come in, he's going to impress the tight end. I'm expecting over 500, at least 400 receiving yards for Ricky Seals-Jones, and we're going to be saying, hey, look at this kid. And he had 16.8 yards per catch last year, very impressive number. He can make big plays. And then bold prediction number 3, and this explains the Sam Bradford stat line. Josh Rosen starts at least 4 games, either because A or B. A, Sam Bradford gets injured, because Sam Bradford, that's what he does, he gets injured, that's his move, okay? Or number 2, I don't think the Cardinals are going to be very good at the end of the year. Despite their 3-1 start, I'm not expecting much from the Cardinals. I think they're going to, at one point, throw in the towel and say, okay, let's see what Josh Rosen could do once they get bored of Sam Bradford. So what is my win-loss prediction for the Arizona Cardinals? Look, I actually understand why people are encouraged by this team, why people think this is a playoff sleeper, playoff contender. They went 8-8 last season despite losing David Johnson, despite losing Marcus Golden, despite losing Carson Palmer. They were still able to go 8-8. But there is one man, to me, that had everything to do with that, and his name is Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians was a hell of a football coach, and Cardinals fans, you understand that. You told us that. You shoved that down our throats for years. How he's gone. And in his place, you have a rookie head coach. Now, I like Steve Wilks, but there's a difference between Bruce Arians, who was former NFL Coach of the Year. I'm not sure, maybe he won it twice. He deserved to at least win it twice. And now going to Steve Wilks, a rookie head coach. That is a difference. And then now you're going to be having a quarterback situation with Sam Bradford and Josh Rosen. Bradford, who is consistent, Rosen, who won't be if you start him. The wide receiver position, you don't love that. The offense, how are we going to move the ball down the field right now? I'm not sure of that. Running back David Johnson, he's back, he's going to do well. But if the defense isn't great, and I think it's going to be good, but not quite great, I have my struggles with this team. So my prediction is 6-10. But base case scenario, I will give you that playoff contention at 9-7, but I'm still not going to say playoffs. I can't go that far. Worst case scenario, it should still be at least 5-11. So yes, I'm going on the lower end of my worst case scenario here, but I'm just not having much faith in this team. I know the defense will be good. I just question the offense, and I question going from Bruce Arians, who yes can get you with 8-8 with me at quarterback, to now going to Steve Wilks, who again I like, but that's a huge drop off in coaching, and that's what concerns the hell out of me when it comes to the Arizona Cardinals. So there you go, those are my thoughts on the 2018 Cardinals. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly to subscribe. I'll be back next time to discuss the Kansas City Chiefs. Are they a true playoff contender? We'll discuss it then. This has been MJ at Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.